morning, and here we are at 96 Gladstone Street in Renfrew, Ontario, Canada. And you know what? I'm here to talk about the Neem, TOC. And with me today is my wonderful and dear friend Lorraine, and she's the founder of this amazing product. And you know how it all started out? She was in India and had malaria, and in 4 days it was gone. Now let's talk a little bit with Lorraine about the tonic. What's happening here?
The tonic is quite amazing, and it was the tonic that controlled my blood pressure instantly.
Awesome.
Yeah, it brought it down from 224/96 to 120/79.
Amazing.
And then 4 days later, all the symptoms of malaria were gone.
Right. Now, I know a lot of people have used the tonic, but we've got some new praise reports coming in. Could you just tell me a little bit what's happening out there, Lorraine?
Well, there's phenomenal things happening, but one that really strikes me. One of the first people to try it when I came back from India brought some to his sister-in-law
Right.
to give to her husband
Oh.
because he was undergoing cancer treatments.
Cancer, that's awful C word, eh?
Yeah. Well, he didn't want to take it because he was concerned that it might interfere with the treatments that he was in.
Yeah, medications, right?
So he suggested that she use it because she was in the hospital.
Very good thinking.
She was in the hospital with emphysema and pneumonia.
Oh, so emphysema is when those tubes go in your nose and you carry a little pack like that?
I'm not a doctor.
I've seen people with it, you know.
Okay. Well, anyway, he called her 3 days later because she was home from the hospital.
In 3 days?
In 3 days.
Oh, that's amazing. What God can do in 3 days.
Well, when he called her, he asked how she was doing, and she told him that she had just finished washing all the wainscoting in her living room.
And how old is this lady?
In her 70s.
Oh, there's hope, eh?
Well, my response was, I don't think somebody with emphysema could even do that.
They'd be puffing and having a lay down for sure.
Well, she told him that she had done it. She doesn't remember the last time she did it. And she had energy as much when she finished as she did when she started. Wow.
You know what I'm thinking? What? Pretty good for your spring clean and get that tonic.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's quite remarkable because I as I said, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think there's a cure for emphysema.
I've never heard of it.
So the tonic obviously, well, you know, there's lots of documentation that it does heal respiratory problems.
Yes, we've heard that.
It's one thing to hear it, but it's another thing to actually see it.
I know, to see the miracle before your very eyes.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And then there was another lady that only took 2 doses. Now, 2 doses means 2 tablespoons.
Yeah.
Because you take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. Well, she just wrote to me on Facebook saying that her digestion's improved and she's feeling much better.
Oh, amen.
And another lady, this is pretty cool. Another lady came and got actually she got the tonic, the oil, and the cream.
All 3?
All 3.
Wow.
And with the tonic, she had ulcers in her mouth.
Okay.
So she took the tonic and just swished it around in her mouth before she swallowed, and she said instantly the pain from the ulcers was completely gone.
Oh, good mouthwash, isn't it?
Yeah. And then 4 days later, the ulcers are gone.
Oh, hallelujah.
That's just switching.
Amazing, right?
Just switching the
We're just
tonic.
learning things all the time what this Neem is doing.
Yeah. So when I heard that, I hadn't really told anybody, but I was, how would you say that? Experimenting.
Right.
With a toothpaste made from Neem.
Toothpaste? Oh.
Now, I know there's toothpaste on the market, Neem toothpaste.
Right.
But what the Lord had me do was something completely different. Now, first of all, Neem tastes terrible.
I know, the tonic is,
Yeah. But if I made it look good, taste good, and feel good, it wouldn't be any good.
True.
So I leave it alone.
That's what they do with the sugar, don't they?
They do all kinds of things, I know, just to make it palatable and for people to like it. But it's more important for people to get healed.
That's the whole motive, right, of this Neem.
Yeah. So I did the toothpaste. It's with pure Neem. I tried it myself because the reason my blood pressure was so high is I had a lot of trouble with abscesses on my teeth.
Right.
And all the extra that I have goes to take care of the orphanage.
Sure.
I can't be going to dentists and
I know.
wasting money on things like that. So anyway, I personally was experimenting with this toothpaste.
Right.
Well, I've had no gum
Oh, no.
discomfort whatsoever, no pain in my gums, and no more swelling.
I remember when you went to India, remember?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So now I'm making that toothpaste available. And especially when I heard that if she just swished her mouth
Yeah,
with
there's
tonic,
something in it, eh? Right.
imagine what the toothpaste is going to do because it's pure. So that's available now, and a lot of us are using it. It whitens my teeth. It
Right.
actually heals cavities. Now, I know that sounds crazy,
Right.
but it's the truth.
And it prevents them too.
It heals them, Bonnie.
Wow. That's even...
There's one thing about preventing cavities, but I've never heard of anybody healing a cavity.
Right. Is it good for the breath too?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know
So,
what?
sorry.
I think I'm going to start. Well, I already did do start because it's in that little container as a trial.
Okay.
You know what?
What?
I don't think I'll have too many visits to the dentist this year. You know what I'm going to do with all the extra money?
Oh my goodness! I don't
I'm
know.
going to take a cruise, you
Oh.
know. I'm going to go up the Buncher into the Ottawa River. Amen.
Oh, you're funny, girl. And then, so anyway, the lady that had the ulcers healed in her mouth told her pastor about it.
Oh, yes, I know that pastor, right?
Okay. Well, she contacted me because she has ulcers in her mouth too.
Okay.
Excuse me. And she had some kind of a strange rash that broke out on her face and close to her ear. Yeah. So she lives quite far away in Eganville. So I offered to meet her halfway and bring the product to her.
Yes.
Because I know, when you're suffering and you've got pain in your
want
mouth.
Immediate, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I brought it to her, but on my way there, before she left her home to come and meet me, she swished her mouth with a tonic.
Amen.
Well, by the time I met her, which was 20 minutes later, she had no pain in her mouth.
Wow.
Then I took that oil.
Right. This is the oil.
Yeah. I put not even a drop on my finger, just enough to wet my finger, and put it on where she had her rash. She said it was very itchy. Okay. So I just put it on there. She looked at me and she goes, "Lorraine, the itching has stopped."
So it takes away the itch?
Right away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's of course the oil.
And you got the little red stopper, remember that?
Yeah.
External use, stop.
Well,
stop
the only thing that you actually ingest is the tonic.
Right.
Now, the other lady that had the problem with the ulcers, in between swishing, because you can't swish all the time with the tonic, she took the cream.
Oh, okay.
And put it directly on the ulcer.
Okay.
Now, the cream, there's no problem.
Yeah, these are all okay. It's just
that one's the only one. It's certainly not poisonous.
Right.
But you don't typically ingest oil. Now, Neem heals, period.
Right, whatever the ailment is.
Yes.
Right.
If you take the tonic, it's going to heal everywhere that the tonic is going. So you're swallowing it.
Right.
So in your mouth and all the way down and out through your system.
Right.
It's healing everywhere.
Right.
But the oils and the cream is for your skin, external.
I know I put it on at night.
Yeah.
I was thinking too, those that have those plastic chompers, they could always take a little bit of the tonic with water, let them soak a little bit, do the gums with the toothbrush, just a little dabble do ya, and then put them in again.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Didn't that work?
Now, there's another lady, oh my goodness, this was really neat to hear. Now, I've heard that Neem will regulate people's blood sugar.
Right.
Now, hearing it, like I said earlier, is one thing.
Actually experienced it. Yes.
Hearing is one thing, but seeing it and knowing it, and from somebody who's actually had that experience is so much better. But I had a call from a lady in Toronto. Now, this woman ordered the tonic, and she ordered it for her husband, who didn't want to take it.
Of course, you probably learned about the taste, right?
Well, he just didn't want to take it for whatever reason. So she gave it to her dad. Now, her dad had diabetes.
Diabetes? Oh, that's a killer, actually. You can lose your limbs and everything.
He took this, one dose. One dose. That's 1 tablespoon.
Yes.
And the next morning, his sugar had come down.
And what did it start at?
It started at 16, went down. Yes.
Oh, wow.
But he said he felt so much better. And I guess you would. I don't know anything about diabetes, but I'm sure that when your sugar is high, you know it.
You're not feeling the best.
No, but he felt great.
Okay.
So she contacted me for 5 more bottles.
I think you said it went from 16 to 10.
That's right.
Just overnight.
Overnight.
Oh,
1 dose.
amazing. There's a lot of diabetics out there. And this is something natural that they can take.
Well, Neem is not a medicine.
No.
It's not harmful.
No.
There's nothing toxic in Neem
Yeah.
whatsoever. It's not like some of the other things that are out there on the market.
Right.
That herbs that they're mixing chemicals
and those
with.
pills either full of
Oh, dear.
what? I heard even arsenic sometime in some of those pills, you know.
Yikes. But anyway, we're seeing all kinds of results with people. Psoriasis in 2 days. I mean, there's not supposed to be a cure for psoriasis either.
Oh.
Psoriasis, eczema. I had one gentleman who had, he showed me his leg.
Yeah, the cut, eh?
No, it wasn't a cut.
Oh.
It was a bunch of veins that were sticking out, and he said it was very painful
Right.
and hard, and he couldn't touch it.
Like
It was
a
that,
knot there, right?
I don't know, but anyway, I saw it. But he told me that he took the oil, and he put the oil on it. And he said, look, he said, I can touch it, and he said, it's not hard anymore, and there's no pain.
So it's good for circulation, definitely.
Well, it's doing all kinds of things.
Amazing product.
Well, I thank God that I found this, and that he
Wow.
showed me what to do with it.
I know. It's just amazing what's happening out there.
I know, and everybody across the board, no matter who it is that's taking this, one of the things that we're seeing across the board for all of them is increased energy.
Yeah, something's happening. Right?
Yeah, and the strange thing is, you would think if it's increased energy and you take it before you go to bed, you'd think you wouldn't be able to sleep.
No, it helps me sleep, I think.
It's helping everybody sleep.
More relaxed. And then I got lots of energy when I get up.
So that stands out. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It does. Yeah.
But it's true. We're seeing it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what I'm seeing with the Neem, dear.
It's wonderful news.
Mm-hmm.
And this you said this is the toothpaste, did you?
That's the, yes. I'm not going to put a label on the top because it's similar to the jar that I'm using for the cream there.
Right. Yes, it will.
And that jar has a label on top, so you'll be able to know the difference between the two.
These two kind of go together because it's a 1 ounce and a 2 ounce. So
yeah.
we actually have 3 products there.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
there's going to be a label on the side of the toothpaste. I don't have those labels yet, but they're coming in.
Now the question is, have you had your Neem today? Did you have yours?
Did I have mine?
Did you have yours?
No, I didn't.
Oh, good warning to you. What about if people haven't had their Neem? What can they do?
Take it.
How did they get it?
Well, if they don't already have it, they can certainly order it here.
Well, you got that site or something, neem.team, don't you?
Oh, the website. That's
yeah.
HTTPS
right.
colon 2 neem.team. But on the comments portion, when I post this,
right.
I'll put the website. But they can order it. I mean, they can phone.
Just Google it and then go to and look for your name.
Oh, that'll be hard.
Okay, well I think the other stuff's hard for you. HTTP, I don't know.
The best thing is
letters.
Just click on the link.
Okay, that's a little bit easier.
Yes.
You know, it's this technical age and it's kind of hard for us, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll put the link here.
Maybe a phone number. How's that for those people?
613-432-9237.
Sounds like Renfrew, right?
It is Renfrew.
Right, 96 Gladstone Street here in Renfrew. Okay, so all I can say, God bless you, and happy Neeming till we meet again.